Have you ever dreamed of speaking Mandarin fluently but felt completely overwhelmed by where to start? With tones, characters, and grammar staring you down, it's no wonder so many people give up before they even begin. But don't worry, you're not alone, and you're in the right place. Today, we're sharing the ultimate beginner's guide to learning Mandarin, designed to make your first steps simple, effective, and even fun. Oh,
That's right, I'm Alex, a fellow Mandarin learner. When I first started, I made every mistake you can think of, but over time, I figured out what really works. Let's save you the trouble and get straight to the good stuff.
let's start with the most important question every beginner should ask themselves. Why do you want to learn Mandarin? This is your foundation. Maybe you want to travel to China, connect with family, or open up career opportunities. Whatever it is, write it down. Your why will be your anchor when things get tough.
So true. For me, it was about being able to talk to my Chinese friends without feeling like I was relying on Google Translate. Whenever I got frustrated, I reminded myself of that goal, and it kept me going.
That's a great example. Your why is what gives learning meaning. Now that you have that figured out, let's talk about step one. Focus on pronunciation from day one. Mandarin is a tonal language, and tones can completely change the meaning of a word. For example, ma versus mom. Getting the tones right is essential.
I remember struggling with this. I thought I was saying I want to drink water, but I actually said I want to drink who. Not the best impression.
We've all been there. The key is to start small. Focus on mastering the four tones: flat, rising, dipping, and falling. Apps like Playco or YouTube videos can help you hear and repeat the tones correctly. And here's the pro tip: record yourself. It's awkward at first, but it's the fastest way to catch mistakes.
Once you've got the basics of pronunciation down, it's time for step two. Learn pinyin first, not characters. Pinyin is the Romanized system for Chinese pronunciation. It's like training wheels for learning Mandarin. It helps you understand how words sound without worrying about the characters right away.
I made the mistake of jumping straight into characters. It was overwhelming. Once I focused on pinyin, everything started to click.
Exactly. Start by practicing common pinyin combinations like ja, ch, and sha. They're tricky for English speakers, but with practice, they'll become second nature. Once you're comfortable with pinyin, you can slowly start adding characters.
Speaking of characters, that brings us to step three. Don't try to learn every character at once. Mandarin has over 500, zero characters, but the good news is you only need about 2,500 to read a newspaper. Start with the most common characters, ones you'll actually use in daily life.
Started by learning numbers, basic verbs, and words like eat and drink. They make conversations so much easier.
That's a great strategy. And don't just memorize characters, learn them in context. For example, instead of just learning eat, learn a full phrase like 我喜欢吃米饭. I like to eat rice. This helps you see how the character fits into real sentences.
Now let's talk about step four. Immerse yourself in the language. Even if you don't live in a Chinese-speaking country, there are so many ways to surround yourself with Mandarin. Watch Chinese dramas, listen to podcasts, or follow Chinese creators on social media. How you're in bed.
I started watching a cooking show in Mandarin. At first, I didn't understand much, but over time, I picked up so many useful phrases and learned how to make dumplings.
That's such a great idea. Immersion helps you internalize the rhythm and flow of the language. And don't worry about understanding everything, just listening regularly will train your ear.
Finally, step five, practice speaking as soon as possible. It's scary, but the only way to get better is to use the language. Start with simple sentences like ni hao, hello, or 我姓鸡饭, I want to eat. If you can, find a language partner or tutor. Apps like Hello Talk are great for connecting with native speakers.
Practicing with real people is a game changer. I used to be afraid of making mistakes, but I realized that native speakers appreciate the effort, even if you mess up.
Absolutely. Mistakes are part of the learning process. The more you speak, the faster you'll improve.
All right, let's recap the ultimate beginner's guide to learning Mandarin. 1. Find your why and keep it visible. 2. Focus on pronunciation and tones from day 1. 3. Start with pinyin before tackling characters. 4. Learn common characters in context, not in isolation. 5. Immerse yourself in Mandarin through media and social interactions. 6. Practice speaking as soon as possible. Mistakes are your best teacher. What's more?
These steps are so practical and easy to follow. I wish I had this guide when I started.
Me too. Remember, learning Mandarin is a journey, not a sprint. Take it one step at a time, celebrate your progress, and most importantly, enjoy the process.
And don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share your favorite Mandarin learning tips in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Yes.
Thanks for tuning in to Learn Chinese Smart. See you next time.